Hello, hello. I'm Anna Green, and most of you know who I am already, but just in case you're watching and you're brand new, I run Direct Selling Success, where I train and mentor network marketers and direct sellers to grow and scale their teams and their sales. And I'm here today to talk to you about consistency. It's something we're told all the time. Consistency is key. You must be consistent. Do the things every day. Do everything every day. And I want to discuss with you today whether I think that consistency is as key as what we are told it is, whether consistency is holding you back, and whether actually consistency is what you think it is or what you think it should be. So I remember being taught that consistency was key. Way back when I first started in business, God, you're talking 2005, so such a long time ago, feels it anyway. And I think when I was told, consistency is key, you've got to do the same things day in, day out, I used to get a block. And I don't know about you, but it used to frighten me. So I've come into business to get like freedom from the rat race. I've come into business to be able to fit an earning opportunity in and around everything that I'm doing. My family, my kids, my life, my husband, other jobs, volunteering, because I used to volunteer a lot, my health and mental health issues that I had at the time. I wanted something flexible. And the thought of, doing the same things day in, day out, what on earth am I doing? Why haven't I just got a normal job if that's how this is going to be? So I used to stop myself somehow up in my brain from this consistency. I used to rebel against it. And I don't know, I'm the sort of person, if I'm told to do something, then, why should I do that? I don't want to do that. I don't know whether any of you feel the same, but that's how I felt. And do you know what? It held me back so much. Consistency for me became a battle. And I used to think I'm going to fail. If I don't do the same things day in, day out, I'm going to fail. If I don't consistently keep doing the things, I'll fail. And what happened was, back in the day, it used to affect my life. I believed that I wouldn't be successful unless I worked on my business as much as I possibly could, to the detriment of other things. And it wasn't good. It was not good. I mean, I was working every evening. I was working whilst bouncing the baby in the bouncy chair, or feeding, and I was still on my phone, and I would work weekends, and it was horrendous. But I think when I finally realised that consistency isn't what I thought it was, everything changed. Everything changed. And I realised that actually I could build a business being consistent in my way. So when I was thinking about this episode, I thought, you know what, I need to help other people who potentially might feel the same. I need people to understand that consistency doesn't have to look the same for you as for what other people think consistency is. We all have different lives going on, and we're all told that this consistency, you've got to do all the things all the time. If you have, a busy life, if you've got a full-time job, if you've got kids or health issues or other stuff going on in your lives, whatever that might be, consistency is going to look different for you than somebody else. So somebody else maybe who's doing this business full time, who maybe doesn't have the commitments that you do, or doesn't have the setbacks or confidence or whatever that you do, theirs is going to look so different. And we compare our consistency levels to other people. That person is showing up online all the time. I need to do the same thing. That person is only successful because they can work their business and be consistent every single day for 6 hours a day. Yeah, that's their level of consistency. This is not your level of consistency. We need to get over this should attitude that we've got in our own heads about what consistency should be. And in the network marketing and direct selling industry, it's really easy to watch what other people are doing, and we're told that this consistency is key, and, you know, keep at it and keep going and do all the things. That's not right for everybody. You know, we feel this pressure to be consistent all the time at the detriment to our health, our life, everything. So I want you to take a minute, right? And I want you to look at what consistency is for you. This might mean consistent when you can. This might be consistent if you choose to, bearing in mind that, you know, if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the results. But actually, is putting the work in your priority right now? If you have, you know, health conditions, you can't keep going. And I work with a lot of people who have things like ME or fibromyalgia or like chronic fatigue and, you know, all those sorts of things. And with anything like that, you can't be consistent to a certain level all the time. You have to have ups and downs. You have to have time off when you need it. And if you can start to accept that consistency doesn't have to be every day, all the time, you might be able to balance your health issues better. You might be able to get your work-life balance better. If you have kids, you know, that are young and need looking after, or they're ill, or you have a job that you have to drop everything and go and run to, or an elderly parent, or, you know, somebody you're caring for that needs more attention on certain days, or goodness forbid you go on holiday for 2 weeks. Consistency every day doing the same things doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with a normal life. So when you're thinking about your consistency, yes, I believe consistency is key, but I think consistency at your level is key. And I really want to ram this home today because I think it's so important. So sit down and look at what that level of consistency is for you, how you want it to look. Do you want to be able to take a 2-week holiday? Do you want to be flexible with your business and work when you want or when you can? And what does that look like for you? Okay. So I'm going to give you some tips now on what consistency might look like and what I think is important to keep consistent with at your level. And when I'm saying these things and when I'm going through this list of the top consistency tips that I've got for you, I want you to think, what does this look like for me? Not what it should look like or what you perceive it should look like. Okay, because everybody is different. Like I said, everyone has different lives. Okay. So first of all, consistency is important in some way, shape or form to prevent the ups and downs in your business. However, if you are pushing consistency at all costs, it will have a detrimental effect on your well-being and your health. It will make you burn out, the rest of it. So having that level of consistency that suits you will help stabilize your business. It will keep you going in that right direction. What's the right direction? On a steady upwards growth. Less of the ups and downs, hopefully, if you can keep the consistency going. Your audience and your customers will know what to expect from you. So if they accept and expect that, you know, sometimes you're not going to be there because you work full time, sometimes you're not going to be there because the kids are busy, they will know what to expect, right? And you will be able to know what your income's going to be with that consistency in place as well. More often than not, lots of people in network marketing say that their income isn't guaranteed. In network marketing or in your small business, you know, direct selling, whatever, you can guarantee somewhat your income by keeping the consistency levels where you want them to be, right? So you can plan for this. Obviously, it's not the same as having a salary, just clarify that there, but it can be quite balanced if you keep doing the same things in a way that aligns with you. Okay. So my top consistency tips, the places that you can be consistent in a level, right? Social media, get consistent on your social media, show up regularly. What does regularly look like to you? Is that once a day? Is that 3 times a week? Is it 6 times a day? Do this consistently when you can, as much as you can, but at a level that suits where you are in your business, the time you've got, and how you want to run your business. I know loads of people say, oh, you've got to post 3 times a day. You've got to put a good morning post out. You've got to do this. I don't agree with any of that. I think that you should run your business how you want to run your business, in a way that runs your business. Obviously, if you're only putting 3 posts a day, 3 posts a week up, you're not going to get the same results as somebody putting 3 posts a day up. But this is your level of consistency. What you want out of your business, the consistency that you're doing will match the income levels that you can get. Bear that in mind, okay? Show up regularly, get visible regularly. Your audience are fickle. If they don't see you on social media on a regular basis, they will find somebody else to follow. They won't automatically come back to you if you post once in a blue moon, disappear for 3 weeks, come back. There's levels of consistency that you can find to ensure that you are visible as much as you want to be on social media in a consistent way. So keep your posts going, however often that is that you want for you. Maybe do weekly stuff, weekly regular things. I do a regular weekly live. I've aimed to keep my podcast once a week. Managed it so far this year. We're doing well. So I'm fitting my level of consistency in with what I know I can manage. So keep showing up on a regular basis. The second tip, regularly, consistently be looking to grow your customer base. How can you ensure that you're growing that customer base as wide as you want it to be, in a way that keeps your consistency where you want it to be? So people will only buy for so long. If you're looking at selling to the same people over and over again, it's just not going to work. So consistency in meeting new people, consistency in building the relationships with those people will help you build that audience of buyers that want and love your stuff, okay? Consistently building those relationships is the key as well. So once you've met those people, keep in touch with them. Consistently be, visible in front of them, be communicating with them, be sharing your stories, be showing up in those same places. Networking is so important. It builds that like, know, and trust. And it's a long game. Some people that have been in my world for 4 years since I started Direct Selling Success Limited, they've only just bought this week. They don't buy because they've met you. They buy when they're ready, and you need to be there when they're ready. So that consistently showing up with that same message and consistently building those relationships is going to help that happen. Those people 4 years ago that started to follow me, they weren't ready to buy them, but because I've been consistently there and consistently sharing that message that I'm putting across, that when they're ready to buy, I'm still there for them to buy from. So important. I would say another place to get really consistent with at your level of consistency, I'm going to keep adding that in, is in your follow-up and your conversations. Get an after-sales system in place so that you follow up with people once they've purchased, when they've ordered, when things have arrived, check in on them to see how it's doing. Place that great customer service as a priority. But also think about following up in conversations with people that you've just met. Introduce them to your world. Say hello. Say thank you for following you. Somebody's met you at an event. Go and follow up with it. So important. Follow up with those comments, those questions, the posts, anybody you meet, the conversations you're having. It's not always about selling. This is more keeping that contact going and building those relationships. So this could be through your social media, through phoning. Oh, the phone. Oh, no, don't use the phone. Use the phone if you want. Don't if you don't. Voice notes, text messages, team chats, all sorts of different things. But make sure that you're there showing results and sharing testimonials, solving their problems, helping them get the best deals, and keeping them part of your world. The next thing that you can consistently do to build your business, and again, in a way that aligns with you, add value. Add value to people's lives. How can you help people? What can you put out there that benefits other people, that makes them feel like you are giving them stuff. So I'm not saying give them stuff. Don't want to be giving away free products all the time, but information, top tips, hacks, support, community, those sorts of things. If that audience can see that you are valuable to them, they can decide whether or not that you're the right person that they can work with. If you give them that value, they're going to feel that you are valuable. That's what you want, isn't it? And then consistently give out opportunities for people to work with you, to buy your stuff. Tell them how they can work with you. Give them the options, share that, give them those calls to action. Why should they work with you? What results are they going to get? What transformation will they see? What difference is it going to make? What impact is it going to have on them? Think about them all the time. Talk to them, for them, not for you, right? And then get consistent in your business, the background of your business, things that you do on a daily basis when you are capable, when you want to work, when you want to be consistent. Track your progress, analyze your results. Every single day that I am working, when I want to be consistent, I do something for today that is going to move my business forward today. So something that is going to be making me money now, and I do something for the future so that I am ensuring I'm making money in the future. And I've done this every day since I started in my business way back in 2005. Something for now to make money, something for the future to make money. Action things. And I had a quote on my wall in my old office, and it just said, what am I going to do today to move my business forward? And every single day, they're the two things that I ensured that I did. But every single day when I was working on my business, not every single day to the detriment of everything else. And I think this is an important thing to remember. Hence why I've repeated it so many times in this talk, so many times, because it is important. That level of consistency needs to suit you and your lifestyle. It needs to align with your business goals. It needs to align with your work-life balance. And if it doesn't, it is so worth sitting down and looking at what you can change, what you can adapt, and how you can look at that consistency so it does suit you. I hope this has been valuable for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please do click the subscribe button, click the follow button, leave me a little review. Come and find me on my socials. All the links are below. And I will see you next week. And don't forget, go and check out the other episodes. There's so much on here, so much free training. Go and binge and take action from it. Don't just binge, take the action too. I'll see you all later.